Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and today I bring you guys my Team Rockets Meowth deck, Mewtwo slash Spidops deck. I'm not really sure what to call this deck. It's kind of just Team Rockets lore. It's a very fun deck, it's very cool. I wanted to make a Mewtwo deck, but I wanted to actually make it good. And I felt like the best way to do that is to add another attacker to the deck besides Spidops. And I felt Mewtwo needed Persian. Persian is a really cool monster, and it has some really cool attacks that makes the deck a lot more interesting and actually gives it more versatility into other matchups. So let's talk about it. So first things first, we're playing 3 copies of Team Rocket's Persian. If you don't know what Persian does, he has the attack Naughty Order for 2 colorless energy. Basically, he looks at the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck, and then basically he allows you to copy an attack from one of the Pokemon that you see. This can what's it called? This can copy anything in the game. This can copy Dragapult's Phantom Dive. This can copy Mewtwo's copy effect to the active. This can copy Fezandivity's ability to snipe the bench. You can copy Wellspring Ogerpon. It can copy anything in the game, which is actually just kind of insane. He also has the Cruel Slash attack, which for 140 damage is not a lot. However, it does make the active Pokemon confused, which can be clutch in some very awesome scenarios. This card is just really good. He's 2600. He's a normal monster. He is weak to Earth, so do keep that in mind. And he's not great into every matchup. For example, he's not good into Raging Bolt because you can't really copy Raging Bolt's attack. But you can copy some of the best Pokemon in the game, like Gardevoir's attack, and lovely Grimmsnarl's attack, and of course, Dragon Bolt's attack, which feels really good. We're also, of course, playing 3 copies of Team Rocket's Meowth. Meowth is actually a really great basic. For 1 energy, colorless, you can choose one opponent's card in their hand, and then just rip their card away, which actually comes up really clutch. Not too long ago, I literally ripped the best card out of my opponent's hand, like an Arvin, or I ripped away their Noctowl, or I just rip away their Terra Pokemon that they needed to evolve. It's just a really powerful card, and there's a really good basic in the game. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Team Rocket Spidops. This is probably the best Pokemon in the whole deck, actually. Not only is one of the best, supporter Pokemon, but it also is a great attacker in this format. If you don't know what Spidops is, it has the ability that once per turn, you're able to add a energy from your discard onto him. So he ramps himself up, which is really good. And also for 1 grass energy and 1 colorless energy, he does 30 damage times the amount of Team Rocket's Pokemon on play. So if you have your full bench full and he is in the active, he can do 180. But he's great against all the grass weak decks right now, currently in the format, from Zoroark to Grimmsnarl and Charizard, that he can just one-shot them. Really great for that. Now, I will say his basic does kind of need some love. For 1 grass energy, he does do 30, so it does kill things like Bidoof. However, it is a 50 HP character, meaning it is a target for decks like Monkey Dory, and of course Phantom Dive, and of course other annoying, obnoxious cards like that. So do be careful there. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Team Rocket's Mewtwo. This is still a Team Rocket's deck. This is still one of the best swingers in the whole archetype. Basically, for 2 energy, you need a Team Rockets and any colorless energy. You can basically do 160, but he also has the ability to send energy from your bench in order to do more damage. So he sends, for every energy he sends from the bench, he does an extra 60 damage. He can send up to 2, so he can do a max of 280, which can help you deal cards like lovely Pidgeot and some other really annoying cards. And finally, for the last Pokemon we're playing is the 1 copy of Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is just a really good card. For 1 Psychic and 1 colorless energy, or just 1 Team Rockets energy, you can basically just move all the damage from your Mewtwo or your Persian onto your opponent's character, and then just kill their opponent's character while healing while healing your bench monster, which feels really good. Now let's actually talk about the supporters we're playing. So that is it for the Pokemon. I think they're pretty solid overall, and I think this is a pretty solid lineup in general. Next, let's talk about the supporters we're playing. We're playing 3 copies of Team Rocket's Factory, just because we want to be able to draw off it. Anytime we activate a Team Rocket supporter, we can draw 2, which feels really good. We're playing 2 copies of Colorless Tenacity. This card is really, really good. Not only does it add the field spell, but can also add any energy from the game, which means it can add Team Rocket's energy, which just feels really good. This deck relies on seeing Team Rocket's energy, so this card just adding it feels great. I wish it was a Team Rocket's card, but whatever. We're also playing 2 copies of Iono, because Iono is just a great card in general. And we're also playing 2 copies of Team Rocket's Archer. It's basically the in-archetype version of Unfair Stamp. Basically, when your opponent takes a knockout the previous turn, you can shuffle both our hands back in the deck. I draw 5, they draw 3, which feels pretty good. We're also playing 3 copies of Team Rocket's Giovanni. This is basically Prime Catcher for the deck. I switch my active with a bench Pokemon, and I get to choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to put into the active, which feels really good. We're also playing 4 copies of Team Rocket's Ariana. This card literally just says if your whole field is Team Rocket's Pokemon, you get to draw 8 cards, which is draw until you have 8. And we're also, of course, playing 4 copies of Proton. This is one of the only supporters in the game that can be activated on turn 1. And basically allows you to put up to 3 Pokemon to your hand there, and then you can place them onto your bench, which is really, really solid. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Team Rocket's Transceiver. This can search any Team Rocket supporter in the game. We're also playing 4 copies of Ultra Ball because we want to search our Pokemon very well. And we're also playing 3 copies of Energy Switch. This deck does have an issue of moving its energy around, so you need Energy Switch to get some attacks going, which is just a really good card. We're also playing 2 copies of Buddy Buddy Poppin', 2 copies of Night Stretcher, 1 copy of Earthen Vessel, the 1 rescue board, and then finally you're playing 3 Grass Energy, the 1 Psychic Energy, and then 4 Team Rocket's Energy, which is the main linchpin of the deck. So Team Rocket's Energy, basically if it's attached to a Team Rocket's Pokemon, it counts as 3 energy, but it also counts itself as a Dark and Psychic type, which is really, really good. So overall, it's a great card, and it's really, really great for the deck. So that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you on the next one, and bye-bye.